Hi everyone, and welcome to ESPN Ithaca's 7th Annual Night of Champions. Well, this is certainly not how we had it drawn up to honor and celebrate some of the best athletes and coaches from our area, but we're so glad we're still able to do so. COVID-19 has impacted all of us in so many different ways, and while we all can't be together in one big room celebrating the accomplishments of so many talented and gifted people, we hope that you find some comfort knowing that we still want to celebrate you and recognize all that you've done. And it's not just the student athletes or coaches we're here to celebrate tonight. We're here to celebrate everyone. Those on the front lines battling this terrible virus, those essential workers that are still going to work every single morning or night, we're in this together. And to those affected by the coronavirus, please know that we're thinking about you and wishing you nothing but the best. But to get back on track, and the reason we're all here, it's to celebrate and honor the talent in our region. We're here to recognize so many of you and all that you've been able to accomplish over this past season. Maybe you'll know some of our award winners personally. Maybe you won't. Maybe you know someone from simply competing against them. Some of our winners guided their team to conference championships. Some hold school records. Some are New York State champions. The amount of talent you'll hear about tonight is just a small sample size of the talent that's in this entire region of Section 4 athletics. Before we begin, we'd like to thank all of our area athletic directors and send a massive thank you. All of you have taken the time to help us out in our coverage, for our broadcasts, and especially for this night. And I know for a fact we bombard you with the emails and phone calls for just about anything and everything while balancing your own work and lives. And as someone who has been here at ESPN Ithaca practically from the start, I want to remind you all of just how much you mean to us and say thank you for another great year of hard work. None of us could do this without you. Now I'd like to welcome the president of ESPN Ithaca and Vizela Media, Todd Mallinson.
Hi, and thank you for joining us. Night of Champions was conceived several years ago as a way for all of us to come together to recognize the accomplishments of outstanding student athletes and coaches in our area. Never did we imagine not being able to join together in person and celebrate our student athletes and coaches. So here we are, with a few important thank yous before we get underway with the awards. We're very grateful to our presenting sponsor, Visions Federal Credit Union and Guthrie. Guthrie has been a long-standing supporter of this event and includes $500 scholarships awarded to our 2 coaches of the year that will ultimately be presented to 2 student athletes of their choice. We're very pleased to welcome Visions Federal Credit Union, which among their investment in this program are 2 $1,000 scholarships for our male and female athletes of the year. There are many other area businesses that we'd like to additionally thank for their support of this event. Along with our many game broadcasts, reports, and photography, we feel fortunate to work with so many great small businesses in our area that support local sports. We look forward to getting through this together, because together, we're better.
Thanks, Todd. All right, now it's the time you've all been waiting for to recognize our scholar athletes and coaches from this past high school sports season. Each winner tonight was nominated by area high school athletic directors for their achievements on the field and for having a base grade average of 80 or higher. Athletic directors and the ESPN Ithaca Selection Committee then hold a confidential vote based on those ballots to determine our winners. We'll begin with the fall sports season and cross country. Our boys scholar athlete of the year is Watkins Glen's Gabe Planty. He helped the Senecas win their 3rd straight Section 4 championship with a first place finish of his own at that meet down in Shenango Valley. At states, he finished in 6th, garnering first team all-state accolades. He'll be heading to Syracuse this upcoming season to run for one of the best cross-country teams in the ACC. Our girls scholar athlete of the year is Dryden's Emily Miller. She had a breakout senior season in the fall, finishing atop the podium at the IAC Championships, outlasting 61 other runners. At the Section 4 Championships, she placed 4th overall among all competitors, good enough for a 2nd place finish in the Class C race, while later being named a 4th team All-State pick. Our boys cross-country coach of the year? No surprise, it's Watkins Glen's John Fazzari. John has been an award winner many times in the past, and his streak of wins continues to grow. The Glen finished as IAC champions this past season and won another Section 4 Class C title. At the New York State Championships, John's team took a 7th place finish overall. Our girls cross country coach of the year is Lansing's Becca Lovenheim. For the second straight year, the Bobcats took the top spot in the team race at the Section 4 Championships, headlined by 3 runners finishing within the top 10. At the state championships a few weeks later, her team would walk away in 6th place. On to field hockey now. Our Scholar Athlete of the Year is Marissa Berghorn of Newark Valley. The senior was the Cardinals team captain and capped off a dazzling career. She finished the year with 19 goals and 4 assists. In the Section 4 tournament, she was unstoppable with a number of game-winning goals and assists to help the Cards reach the section championship. Our coach of the year, no surprise, it's Marissa's head coach Jessica Daring. The Cardinals finished the season going 14-5, winning the division title and finishing as the runner-up in Section 4. And talk about a big-time turnaround. Newark Valley's offense scored 57 goals in 19 games this past year. Just 2 seasons ago, Newark Valley finished with just 4 wins. On to the gridiron. Our Football Scholar Athlete of the Year is Newark Valley's Caden Bennett. The senior has been nothing short of sensational since making a big splash as a youngster, but his final year was extra special. He finished with 926 yards in the backfield and more than 300 yards receiving, and he recorded 17 total touchdowns and caught 7 interceptions in the secondary, and was named a first-team All-State selection. Our coach of the year, that goes to Lansing's Brett Hotchkiss. The Bobcats were the kings of 8-man football this past season with an undefeated 8-0 record against Section 4 opponents en route to the section title. They averaged 41 points per game during that stretch and finished as runner-up in the intersectional championship game in the fall. That is a boatload of talent right there so far in the fall. Let's send things to Cam with the rest of the winners for the fall sports season.
To find our next batch of winners, we need to move to the pitch, and we will start with our Boys Soccer Athlete of the Year. Marathon's own Cameron Nielsen set a school record with 39 goals in one season. He also set the all-time mark with 93 goals in his career at Marathon. The IAC All-Star led the Olympians to the first ever New York State Boys Soccer Championship. The senior even recorded the game-winning assist in the title game. We can stay right in Marathon for our Boys Soccer Coach of the Year. Coach Chip Stewart has been at the helm of Marathon Soccer for over 3 decades. He even celebrated his 400th victory in the past season with the Olympians. And to say that the 2019 Olympians dominated opponents is quite the understatement. Marathon finished the year with 20 wins, no losses, and 1 tie, outscoring opponents 110-5. En route to their first ever New York State Boys Soccer title. Let's head up north for our Girls Soccer Athlete of the Year. Ava Mills of the Union Springs Wolves was a force to be reckoned with, especially in the crunch time. The senior finished the year with 24 goals, 5 of which were game winners. The IAC co-MVP dished out 7 assists as well, capping off a terrific career at Union Springs. Our Girls Soccer Coach of the Year is Odessa Montour's Burton Brewster. The Indians finished the 2019 season with a record of 9-7 and their first IAC division title since 2016. You can credit their 6 shutouts on the year to IAC MVP goalkeeper Grace Vondercheck. Moving to the pool now, our Girls Swimming Scholar Athlete of the Year is, no surprise here, Lansing's own Grace Kedlasik. In one season, Grace broke 24 records, including 7 school records and 2 Section 4 records. The junior placed 4th in the state championships in the 50 free and 9th in the 100 free. Grace capped off her breakout year by being named an IAC All-Star. She was also voted Most Outstanding Swimmer in Class C. Our Girls Swimming Coach of the Year is no stranger to finishing atop the Section 4 standings. Watkins Glen head coach Nicole Chafee led the Senecas to their 3rd straight Section 4 championship, claiming the top spot by nearly 200 points. To accomplish this, the Glen finished first in 7 of the 12 events at the Section 4 championships. Kelsey Mitchell of the Ithaca girls tennis team had quite the ride this season on the court. The junior won a 3-hour match in the stack tournament against Union Endicott to advance to the stack championship. Along with teammate Barbara Vittieri, Kelsey won the Section 4 doubles championship for the 2nd straight year. She was also named Stack All-Star and qualified for the New York State Tennis Tournament. Kelsey Mitchell definitely worthy of being our girls tennis Scholar Athlete of the Year. The Little Red girls tennis team has undergone tremendous growth in the past year. In 2018, there were only 10 student athletes competing on the varsity team. In 2019, that number grew to over 30 athletes. Much of that growth has to do with our girls tennis coach of the year, Mary Mitchell. Coach Mitchell led the Little Red to their first SAC championship since 2008 and finished as SAC 4 champs. Mary not only is a leader on the court, she's also an active member in our community, participating in the AIDS Ride for Life, Family and Children's Services boat race, the food drive, and more. Our last batch of fall sport honorees can be found on the volleyball court, and let's start with our Volleyball Scholar Athlete of the Year, Trumansburg's own Sarah Wirtis. The senior received IC MVP honors while being a leader on the court. Sarah finished with 246 kills, 47 aces, 9 assists, and received 242 serves. Finally, our Volleyball Coach of the Year pulled off one of the most dominating seasons in Section 4 history. Coach Pam Quinlan led the Candor Indians to an undefeated season, which resulted in an IEC and Section 4 title. In the state championship, the Indians swept their way past Panama, securing Pam her third state title. Candor finished the year with a dazzling 22-0 record.
Hey, ESPN Ithaca, glad you're with us. Golick and Wingo here. Trey Wingo, Mike Golick Jr. Look, we know it's been a weird time, and so many of you couldn't have the senior night you wanted, so we're here to celebrate with you in any way we possibly can.
Yeah, we know this is virtual, but there is a real congratulations from us. All of us at this table, except maybe Trey, have sat in an awards situation like this and been honored. So we are very, very proud of you and congratulate you on the honors that you're receiving.
Exactly. Whether you're all-state, state champs, section champs, a coach, or a player, we want to say a heartfelt congratulations to you and everybody here for ESPN Ithaca's Night of Champions. Congrats, stay safe, and stay healthy.
Hey everybody, it's Sarah Spain from ESPN. Congratulations to all of ESPN Ithaca's Night of Champions award winners. As a former high school athlete myself in 3 sports and eventually a heptathlete at Cornell right there in Ithaca, I know how much time and work and sweat and tears goes into achieving the kind of excellence that all of you have, whether as coaches or athletes. You've represented yourselves and represented the area so well, so you're very deserving of this honor. Whether it's virtual or in person, it means the same, and it's a way to recognize all the work that you put in and all that you've achieved. I hope you have a fantastic night, and I can tell you for a fact from my own experience that all of the lessons that I learned in leadership and teamwork and grit and being able to get through obstacles is going to help you not only right now as we're dealing with these unprecedented times, but all through your future in work, in play, and everything else. So you are very well set up for the future. Congratulations.
Hey guys, it's Kevin Connors from ESPN and Ithaca College class of 1997. I wanted to take a moment to congratulate everybody on your incredible seasons. Obviously, the year did not go how any of us had planned, but certainly the lessons that you learned, whether it's on the ball field or on the field of play or in the pool or on the track, those are all lessons that you'll be able to carry with you for the rest of your lives. So again, my sincere congratulations to you all, and I wish you a lot of luck in whatever the next step is, whether it's continuing on in high school next year or going on to college, competing at the next level, what have you. Good luck, stay safe for the rest of the summer, and again, congratulations on a special, special year.
It's time for our second and unfortunately final season of this academic year, the winter season. To kick things off, we'll start with bowling. Our boys Scholar Athlete of the Year is Lansing's Ethan Kalupka. The senior led the way for a Lansing team that finished second at the IAC Championships out of 11 teams. Kalupka bowled a brilliant 698 series to place second at the event, then went on to place second at the Section 4 Class C Championship. He was named an IAC All-Star for his efforts. For girls Scholar Athlete, we have our only freshman winner this year, and that's Colleen Jump from the Union Springs Port Byron team. She placed first at the IAC Championships with a series of 648 and led the way for her team to place second overall at the Section 4 tournament. That brings us right into our girls bowling coach of the year, Marianne Viscardi from Union Springs Port Byron. Her team placed first in the IAC for the regular season, winning both of the league tournaments. Her team went on to place second at the Section 4 championships, as we just mentioned. Our boys bowling coach of the year is Dryden's David Hicks. This year, Dryden introduced a bowling program for the first time ever. You'd think they'd have to grow a bit before being competitive, but that was not the case. They placed fourth at the IAC championships behind a first place individual finish from sophomore Eddie Petrus. Looking forward to what's to come from that program. Let's head on over to cheerleading. Newark Valley was led by senior captain April Simmons, who was a two-time MVP, an IAC champion in all 4 of her years at Newark Valley, and this year was named the Section 4 Spirit and Leadership Award winner. For all her accolades this year and her accomplishments all throughout her high school career, April Simmons is our cheerleading Scholar Athlete of the Year. Her coach Katie Brindisi has led a dominant program at Newark Valley. This year, Brindisi led the Cardinals to their 5th straight IAC championship, capping off the year with a second place finish at the Section 4 championship. Newark Valley's Katie Brindisi is our cheerleading coach of the year. On to boys swimming. Our Scholar Athlete of the Year is Southern Cuga's Joseph Angotti. He dominated the Section 4 circuit this year, winning sectionals in 4 events. Simply unbelievable. He was named Class C's Most Outstanding Swimmer and graduates with his name etched in Southern Cuga's record book 8 times and qualified for states in 2 events this season. It was certainly a hectic year for Ithaca swimming coach Amy Zimmerman. In the spring, she took over the coaching duties for the girls swimming team midway through the season and coached a relay team to a top 5 finish at states. She then took over coaching duties for the boys swim team midway through the season. They went on to win the Section 4 championship and sent swimmers to states in 5 different events. Zimmerman gets our much-deserved Boys Swimming Coach of the Year award. It's time for basketball, where our Boys Scholar Athlete of the Year is Diego Castellot from Marathon. The senior was quite simply an offensive juggernaut for the Olympians. The first team All-State recipient scored 17.5 points per game, pulled down 5 rebounds per game, and dished out 4 assists per game. The IAC MVP scored his 1,000th point this year and graduates with the most career points in school history. We'll stay in Marathon for the Girls Scholar Athlete of the Year winner, who is sophomore Brooke Tillotson. She may be just a sophomore, but she's already reached the 1,000 point milestone and nearly averaged a double-double with just over 19 points per game and a scratch over 9 rebounds per game. Tillotson was named to the All-State 3rd team and was this year's IAC MVP. We have yet another marathon winner for Coach of the Year, and that's boys coach Jim Holland. The Olympians won the Section 4 championship, were the IAC runner-ups, and were one of the few teams who won a state tournament game with a sub-regional victory. The Olympians' 20-3 record earned them the 5th spot in the state rankings. It's not a marathon sweep this year as we head to Newfield for our Girls Coach of the Year. Brandon Steinnorth led the Newfield girls basketball team to a fantastic season, going 18-1 in the regular season and winning the IAC championship for the first time since 1980. Only 2 seniors were on the 12th ranked team in the state this season, so they'll be back with a vengeance next year after an early exit in the Section 4 semifinals. It's time to hit the wrestling mat, and our Scholar Athlete of the Year is Josh Post from Newark Valley. After missing his junior year with an injury, Post had a brilliant season, going 37-6 with 12 pins and taking home the IAC and Section 4 championships. He finished the season coming in 5th place at the state tournament and also has a weighted GPA of over 100. Very impressive. Post was part of a great Newark Valley team that finished 2nd at the IAC championships, and 3 wrestlers won the IAC championship in their respective weight classes, and the team finished 7th at the Section 4 championship. After racking up a 10-3 record this season, Newark Valley Wrestling's coach Mike Daly is our Coach of the Year. Let's hit the ice with some hockey. One player in particular lit up the scoreboard to earn our Boys Hockey Scholar Athlete of the Year award, and that's Colton Goodrow. Goodrow led the team with 17 goals paired with 9 helpers and had a stretch of 5 multi-goal games in a row. Our Girls Hockey Scholar Athlete of the Year is Ithaca goalie Katie Eisenhut, who is actually a Lansing student who heads down the lake to play hockey. Eisenhut is a senior goaltender who has a career save percentage of .900, racking up 746 saves over the course of her career. On top of her 6 shutouts this year, she is a member of the National Honor Society. For the Boys Coach of the Year, it's Ithaca's Paul Zarek. He led a young team with less than a handful of seniors to a very successful season. After 1-4 rough start to the year, the Little Red put together 7 straight wins, finishing the year 12-6-2, including wins over Mamaroneck and Pittsford for the first time in 5 years. Our Girls Coach of the Year is Holly Norson. It was an up and down year for the Little Red, finishing 6-6-4, but when they were on, they were on. In their 6 wins, they allowed a grand total of 0 goals. They also went up to Lake Placid and won a game on that historic ice. And for our last sport of the year, it's indoor track and field. Our boys scholar athlete of the year is Dryden's Jacob Greenwood. He had a fantastic season, winning the Section 4 championship in both the 300 and 600 meter runs, setting the school record in both events. He elected to run the 600 at States, where he finished 9th among public schools, above his seeding, and his relay team finished 10th. Greenwood was also the Section 4 sportsmanship representative at States. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to Dryden track coach Lee Stuttle, who retired after 32 great seasons. Moving on to our girls scholar athlete of the year, it's Lansing's Catalina Zalaj. Zalaj was the Section 4 champion in the high jump and for some time this season had the #1 ranking in the state with a jump of 5'7", which is actually taller than she is. She broke the school record on 3 separate occasions, and she scored a top 10 finish at States, placing 9th among public schools. Our boys coach of the year is Kelly Sterner of Watkins Glen. She had an expanded roster of athletes from Spencer Van Etten and Dundee in addition to her Watkins Glen athletes. 6 school records were broken this season and 2 of her athletes won at the state qualifying meet. Last but certainly not least, our girls track and field coach of the year is Ithaca assistant coach Gary Hunter. Hunter coached at Ithaca for 25 years, sending a thrower to the state championships for 20 of those years, including Michaela Pajafowski this year. Unfortunately, this season was his last as Hunter tragically passed away following the state championships. Back in his days as an IHS student athlete, Hunter was phenomenal in both track and field and wrestling. He set a school record in both discus and shot put and was hard to stop as a heavyweight on Ithaca's wrestling team. He began coaching in 1995 and had a hard-nosed style that got the best out of his athletes, eventually softening up over the years according to head coach Clarence Welch, who played under Hunter back in the day. From all of us at ESPN Ithaca, thank you Coach Hunter for all your contributions to Ithaca athletics, and we send our condolences to the Hunter family.
What's going on, everybody? Kyle Dake, 4-time NCAA champion at Cornell University, 2-time world champion for the United States of America. I'm here to congratulate ESPN Ithaca's Night of Champion award winners. I know we've gone virtual this year, so it's a little bit different, but that doesn't diminish anything that you guys have done. Many of you are state champions, section champions, or top performers in your conference. And what you guys have been able to accomplish this year is incredible. And I wish you nothing but the best. Good luck in the future, and keep moving forward. Hard work is going to take you to the places you want to go, and let's keep moving forward and beat this COVID-19 thing together.
Hey everyone, I'm Carl Ravitch, ESPN, and congratulations to ESPN's Ithaca's Night of Champions. All of you, section champions, state champions, all winners. We want to send our congratulations from ESPN on behalf of me, an Ithaca College graduate myself. Have fond memories of the South Hill and all that it meant, and remember the competition athletically within the college community and certainly within the local communities, the high schools that we covered, whether it be baseball, lacrosse, football, all were outstanding. And in spite of the pandemic, all your accomplishments are duly noted. We wish you nothing but success, and once again, want to say congratulations. Keep up the great work. Hang in there, and we'll all be back on the fields or the lakes, whatever our athletic competition may be, real soon. Good luck. Congratulations again.
Hi, everyone. This is Mike Schaefer, head coach of Cornell Men's Ice Hockey, wishing a big congratulations to the ESPN Ithaca Night of Champions award winners. This year's event has gone virtual because of COVID-19, and that's why we're sending out a big congratulations to all of you. Whether you're a coach, an athlete, you've represented this area so well, and you are some of the best in Section 4 athletics. To the seniors who've had their season cut short, my heart goes out to you as our team experienced the same heartache of not being able to finish their season. However, the real experiences about athletics is the journey and the relationships along the way as you pursue your athletic career. Thank you to ESPN for all you do for the local area, and to the coaches for investing your time in your athletes. And to the athletes, I wish you good luck in your future endeavors.
Hi, this is Susan Waldman of the New York Yankees Radio Network. I want to send my best wishes to all of ESPN Ithaca's honorees for their 7th annual Night of Champions. I know you'd all love to be together celebrating, but we're still here to honor and recognize all of you for your wonderful accomplishments this past school year. Congratulations to all of the coaches and athletes who will hear their name called tonight. And for many of you seniors, I know things have been cut short and some things have been taken away from you because of these terrible times. But just know we're thinking about you and here to celebrate with you any way we can. Stay safe, take care, and congratulations again.
ESPN Ithaca would like to send a sincere thank you to our title sponsor, Guthrie, for joining us in celebrating our Coaches of the Year once again. Guthrie has always been dedicated to our local athletes and getting them back in the game quickly. I'd like to welcome Dr. Joseph Choi to Night of Champions.
Hi, my name is Dr. Joe Choi. I am from Guthrie Orthopedics, and once again this year Guthrie is proud to sponsor the ESPN Night of Champions. This is a really great occasion, although a little different this year, as we know. However, we wanted to celebrate all your accomplishments in the classroom, in athletics, and also celebrating with your family as well, which is the most important support. And we want to be thankful for all the support we've had this year in all our accomplishments. I wish you good luck with all your endeavors in the future, whether it be athletics, academics, or related to work or family. I think everything you learned this year, you'll be able to use to be a better student athlete.
It's now time to name our Coach of the Year in a girls' sport. This year's award winner is Candor Volleyball's Pam Quinlan. The IAC has had many powerhouse volleyball programs over the last decade, but Candor just may have been one of the most dominant we've seen. In the Section 4 championship, the Indians got past the defending state champions from Bainbridge Guilford 3-2. Then it was on to the state tournament, where they went a perfect 6-0 in pool play. And after just squeaking past Panama in those semis, they blew them out of the water in straight sets in the Class D finale to win the program's first state title since 2003. With a loaded roster that included tournament MVP Braylon Hornick and all tournament picks Jenna Kareem and Megan Henry, it was a season for the ages for Candor as they won their first state title since 2003. We are thrilled to recognize and salute ESPN Ithaca's Coach of the Year in a girls' sport, Pam Quinlan.
First of all, I'd like to thank ESPN Ithaca for this honor, and I would like to, first of all, thank God for the opportunities that I've been given. I'd like to thank all the mentors that I've had over the years that have helped me to become the coach that I have been able to be through their guidance. I would like to thank the families of the players that I've had, and I would especially like to thank the players. Without their hard work and dedication, this wouldn't be possible, and it makes it that much easier for me to be dedicated to them, and I just appreciate all that they've done. Thank you.
And now let's introduce you to our Coach of the Year in a boys' sport. This year's award winner is Marathon Soccer's Chip Stewart. They say if at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, that's exactly what the Olympians did after reaching the state Final Four in 2018. With most of the roster returning, the sky was the limit for Marathon. First, it was an IAC championship win. Step 2 in their quest to the top was the Section 4 championship, which they dominated against Cherry Valley Springfield 4-1. Then it was on to the state tournament, where they outscored opponents 9-0 and held off Mount Academy in the Class D championship by a 1-0 final to win the program's first ever New York State championship. The Olympians would finish the year with 19 wins, no losses, and 1 tie, outscoring opponents 110-5 on the year. We are thrilled to recognize and salute ESPN Ithaca's Coach of the Year in a boys' sport, Chip Stewart.
First of all, I'd like to thank ESPN Ithaca for their support throughout the whole season. Their coverage of our little small town was exceptional this year, from their commentary, photos, and just being there when we needed them to follow us on my professional journey and our journey as a team. I'd like to thank them for this honor. It's a great honor. And with that, I would like to make sure that I'm giving this scholarship to the Male Athlete of the Year for ESPN Ithaca.
ESPN Ithaca would like to send a sincere thank you to another one of our title sponsors, Visions Federal Credit Union, for joining us in celebrating our Scholar Athletes of the Year.
Hi, I'm Tim Strong, the Community Development Manager for Visions Federal Credit Union. We are excited to once again be a partner with ESPN Ithaca for the Night of Champions event and look forward to opening our new branch in Ithaca soon. At Visions, we are firm believers in the important role organized sports can take in a student's life. Effectively managing your time between homework, tests, and projects, and games, practices, and workouts is an important skill to take with you. Also, being part of a team is something that will translate directly into college, the workplace, and into the rest of your life. So congratulations on this honor. You and your parents should be very proud. I know your community is. We look forward to watching your continued success. Best of luck on your future endeavors. Make them matter.
Our female and male Scholar Athletes of the Year are recognized as a top varsity performer in at least 2 sports while maintaining a minimum base grade average of 85 or higher with no disciplinary issues. The Scholar Athlete must be a high school senior with strong academic and civic contributions. ESPN Ithaca congratulates and is proud to recognize Lansing's Gwen Giesler as our female Scholar Athlete of the Year. Gwen was a standout on the pitch and during the track and field season. In soccer, the senior was a team captain and finished with 11 goals while playing in the midfield and as a defender. Her success there led her to second-team All-State honors. Gwen also made her mark during the indoor track and field season as one of the best all-around athletes in the area. She had top 5 finishes in the long jump and the high jump at the Section 4 class championships, but she stole the show in the pole vault, finishing first place in qualifying for states. It was there where she finished 3rd at the pole vault at the state championship meet, making her mark as one of the best overall athletes from this past year. It is my honor to recognize and salute Lansing's Gwen Giesler, ESPN Ithaca's Female Scholar Athlete of the Year.
I'd like to thank first my coach Stickle, who is my soccer coach, for giving me a leadership position on the soccer team and helping me to gain confidence throughout that season. And I'd like to thank all of my track coaches, Coach Becca Lovenheim, Dougie Smith, and Matt Hartz, as well as my coach Scheffler, who is really the driving force behind all of my success in my track season and gave me the confidence to always push myself to get higher on the bar. And of course to all my competitors who made me much better than I was before, and my family for always supporting me and having my back through all my successes and failures, be it what they were.
ESPN Ithaca congratulates and is proud to recognize Marathon's Diego Castellat as our Male Scholar Athlete of the Year. Diego was instrumental in guiding the soccer and basketball teams to deep postseason runs this past year. In soccer, he finished the year with 60 total points on 22 goals, etching his name into the marathon record books as the Olympians would go on to win the program's first ever New York State Championship. And while his basketball season was cut short due to COVID-19 as they made another run for a state title, there was no stopping Diego. The senior averaged 17.5 points per game and reached the 1,000 career point mark, ending his career with the most points scored in school history. He helped the Olympians win back-to-back section titles and was named an all-state selection on the hardwood. It is my honor to recognize and salute Marathon's Diego Castellat, ESPN Ithaca's Male Scholar Athlete of the Year.
Receiving this award is a great honor. It's a great way to cap off my athletic career. I'd like to thank Coach Stewart, our soccer coach, and Coach Holland and Coach Hoyt for leading us to incredible basketball seasons here. I'd also like to thank our Marathon Stampede coach, Coach Morrison, and my AAU coach, Coach Woodruff. And a big thanks to my brother and mom for their continued support.
You know, this year's Night of Champions may have been a bit different as we honor some of the very best coaches and scholar athletes in our area. But we feel so lucky to be able to cover so many gifted people. And on a night like tonight, we are reminded of just how proud we are of what you've been able to accomplish. And while these times are tough, a celebration like this reminds us that through all the hardships that may come our way, there's still a light at the end of the tunnel, a goal to reach, a bright future ahead. Never give up, no matter what life throws at you, because in a moment like this, when we're together, we're better. Congratulations to all of our award winners. Thank you to our friends at ESPN and the sports community for their support. Thank you to our sponsors, and thanks to you for tuning in. Stay safe, and we'll all be back together next year.